We're ready? Awesome. Well, thank you so much for doing this. So you've been DJing a really like long time since you were young. How did you first get into it?
Yeah, I've been DJing for like 20 years now. I got into it when I was pretty young, just through scratching, really, messing around with scratching on my dad's record player, breaking needles, scraping records. But like, I figured it out by myself pretty quickly, and then I kind of taught myself all these tricks, and I entered some DJ competitions when I was 15, and won a bunch of stuff pretty fast, very young, and that got my name out, and it's been just a ride ever since.
That's insane. That's so cool. How did the Duck Sauce collaboration come about? It's so cool.
So Duck Sauce is a project that I've done with another DJ called Armand Van Helden, who's a legend of house music from New York, older than me. I met him when I moved to New York about 10 years ago, and first we were just hanging out. We just kind of became friends for a while at first, and eventually we started making some tracks together. Our first single came out in 2008, I think, and then the song Barbara Streisand kind of like really went off and drove people crazy for a little while. And yeah, that was us. We're responsible for all the madness.
I love the song Barbara Streisand. It was my favorite song, like in every club in London a few years ago. What's the inspiration of that? Like, how did that come about?
The inspiration is the trick is to like turn your brain off sometimes. Like there's times when it's important to think and strategize, and there's times where you want to just tap into these like really nonsensical and instinctive kind of ideas. And that song was one of those for sure. It was just, it's very based.
It's so cool. I feel like that happens when you like collaborate. Like all these new ideas come that you wouldn't have found otherwise.
Yeah, it's cool. The fun thing with collaborating on music is like you never end up overthinking things because there's someone there to bounce an idea off you. When I work by myself, sometimes I'll get to like a roadblock, and I'll sort of second guess some of the choices I'm making as a producer. I'll work on a track and then I might not be sure what change up to do, or even something that shows in the production 2 hours ago, I'll start second guessing it. But when you're with someone, there's more of a momentum.
So cool. And you've collaborated with so many people, like obviously Kanye. Is that such a different collaboration than like Duck Sauce or other DJ collabs?
Yeah, for sure. Kanye is a pretty unique individual. He's great though. And when I worked with Kanye, I was his DJ. I mean, we ended up doing more, but primarily I was his tour DJ. So, you know, that's a situation where we both had very defined roles, and I helped put together some of the live bands on stage and things like that. So I was kind of coordinating all the music during the shows. But it's different from a production collaboration where it would just be me and another producer in the studio making songs. Kanye was like this big live endeavor.
Totally different. It's amazing how like as a DJ producer you wear so many hats. Like even just in making remixes, how do you decide what songs you want to remix?
I turn down most songs that people ask me to remix. I only remix stuff that like if I hear a song and it sparks an idea of how I would have liked to produce it myself, that's when I do it. I really approach my remixes um, as if they were original songs. Like a lot of people ask DJs to remix their songs to make them more club, or you know what I mean. For me, it's just how would I have made this song if it was mine. And yeah, so I just choose the ones that inspire me on the spot. If I'm not inspired, I have no qualms respectfully saying, hey, you know what, I'm not really getting vibe off of this one. Yeah.
You have to do like what you feel. Did you have any idea Heads Will Roll would like be what it is? That was insane.
Heads will roll. It's funny because I made that a long time ago, and it's had such a long life. I'm a fan of the AAS, which is the band that originally had the song, and actually that remix was a little different because usually it's either the artist or the label, but the people that made the song that approach a DJ and ask them to do a remix. Um, but with the AAS, I heard the song and I sought them out. So that's the other way. But yeah, they put out that album, and I saw them at Coachella, and right there I was like, that song, I want that song. And I hit my manager, and he, tracked them down, and they were like, yeah, sure, here's the parts. And I worked on it for a long time, like really minutia, trying to make sure everything was just right. And then it just sort of blew up gradually over time. And then the movie Project X came out like maybe 2 years later, and they put it as the lead scene in that movie, and that took it even further. So it's just like the song that never ends.
No, people love it though. Like every club, every festival, no matter where you went, you heard that. And like, obviously, as a DJ, you do festivals and clubs and all these different kinds of shows. How does like a Vegas club compare to a festival, like for you?
Completely different. I mean, I play a wide variety of shows. I'll say I might be one of the DJs who plays the most variety of shows because I play a variety of music. I'm not just one style. I'm just as much house and electro as I'm hip hop, as I'm trap, as I'm like classic, old school, everything. Like that's the DJing that I represent. So I can play festivals, and Aaron Style is a sort of like broad music kind of festival, but I can go play like an EDM kind of festival just as much as I can go play a hip hop festival. And then clubs all over the place too. And you said Vegas, like Vegas is even another kind of specific because when you play clubs in Vegas, uh, it's like its own little world. Vegas is just different than any other city, and those clubs they get uh, they get a clientele that's like I don't know if I should say tourists, but it's people who travel from different parts of the country. So it's not even that much of a unified crowd. It's just this sort of mishmash of people who are in Vegas for different reasons, and you got to know how to cater to them without bending over too much. So yeah, it's all that's what DJing is. That's the main difference between DJing and being in a band is we show up, we look at the crowd. I'm like, all right, those jeans that you're wearing, I know what song you like. Like just literally, it's like sociology. You look at them, you're like, you have gel in your hair. I know what to play for you.
You're joking.
I'm serious.
Wait, so what's the vibe you're getting here? What's the vibe of this festival? What might happen tonight?
I just got here. I just walked around a little bit. I could tell that this is kind of like what's cool is like it's like a broad general music kind of audience, so that I could probably do whatever I want. There's a lot of college kids I can tell, but it's like I don't feel like I'll be restricted to any one specific, subset of what I play. I'll go up there and improvise, but whatever I do, I think it'll be fun.
It's gonna be amazing. And obviously, this is a really unique festival with the huge snowboarding ramp. Any chance you'll get up there? Do you snowboard?
I would say the chances are 0.0%.
Well, thank you so much for doing this. This is awesome. I think we got it.